talent, and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
And he smiled at me. Said it's gonna be a
Right, well, that's our theme song. That means that Dr. Heidi, Maier, and Kevin Christian are in the studio.
Yeah.
Because in spite of the bad news that's out there, and there's plenty of it, oh my gosh, everything's echoey in here. Despite the bad news, they are determined to make it the best day ever. So, good morning, Dr. Maier.
Good morning.
And Kevin Christian. Good morning.
Happy Monday. Good morning. Oh, I think it's my microphone that's making echoey.
I don't know what it is.
It sounds loud.
It's just crazy. Good morning again.
Hi.
You look nice. That's a nice dress, Robin. Do I say dress?
Yes, you're correct.
I don't know if outfit is good dress. You look nice too, Kevin.
Well, now, last time we talked about purses and handbooks and, remember?
Yes.
Was it a purse? Was
Yeah.
it
And handbags
handbag?
and pocketbooks.
Pocketbook. So now we'll talk about dresses, blouses, and outfits.
Exactly.
All right, let me say good morning first and see what the weather looks like. It's going to be the best day ever.
It is.
Is that your mantra? Is that your thing?
Yeah, did you see my Facebook this morning, that video, the
No,
little
I
girl?
didn't see that one, no.
Ain't no one gonna steal my joy. That's my...
Oh, that's
my-
beautiful.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
wonderful.
Did you see the video of her?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good. That
yes.
was really good. Yes.
So do you need something every day, or because you are that something for everybody else, but do you need something to get you into that mode?
I don't know. I think it just happens. But I keep saying, besides
Yeah.
being a mom, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
It's just awesome.
I'm so glad you got the job. I was telling Robin this the other day. We saw you. Where did we see her? At some of. Oh, you do these live videos all the time. That's where we saw
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
We were right behind you at the veterans event. That's what it was.
Yes, I
Yeah,
just
for
left
breakfast.
to go to...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you went
then
to
you
the
came-
Cornerstone School, the cook-off
chili
for the
cook-off?
chili cook-off, yeah.
Where I met Marshall from Paw Patrol. That was awesome.
Nice.
Marshall the Dalmatian and Paw Patrol. I got to meet him.
cool.
Yes, he was with the firefighters.
Paw Patrol.
Yes.
I didn't know what
The
the first
Paw
word was.
Patrol, that
Paw.
is so cool.
The Paw Patrol.
That is so cool.
All right, let me do what I'm supposed to do. Kevin, you know how it is, right? 65 degrees right now. Foggy. Was it foggy? when you
Yeah,
were
there's a
drilling?
little bit out there. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Robert, was it foggy? when you
Yes,
drove?
it was.
84 is the expected high today. The rest of the week looks really nice. High temperatures around 80-ish. And really no mention of rain until Sunday. How about that? So not bad. We have a pretty good show this morning. Right now, of course, Kevin Christian and Dr. Heidi Maier in the studio. We're going to talk about the schools. This is like the State of the School address every month. Galen,
I love that.
Galen, you know that at 8 o'clock we have a topic I think you'll like. As seen on TV products that actually work.
Oh, nice.
If you
There's
look at-
two of them, right?
You know what I would like? They work and they last. If they last.
There you go.
Because sometimes they work and then, they break right away. Yeah. I had one of those wind-up radios. Uh-huh. You don't need a battery. You just wind it up.
Oh.
Handle broke off. You can't wind it without a handle. News Bites at 8:35. That's when we turn off our opinion and just read the news. Bern Paresa will be here giving us medical information about our community and our medical providers around here. Lori Williams from Bob Wines giving us some plant information, especially if you're looking to buy some plants for your holidays. Dr. Joel Furman has got a book called Fast Food Genocide, How Processed Food is Killing Us and What We Can Do About it.
Very true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
we
it
have
is.
the book.
Let's see. Dale Allen is homeless?
He was homeless.
Was homeless and living on the streets at the age of 13. He's
Yeah.
written a book called Little Leo's Bad Day. Oh, I got a song for him. Best thing ever. This is a book for children named after Dale's 7-year-old son. Oh, that's the illustrated one we have?
Yes,
Okay. Robert Sawyer is a science fiction writer, a futurist, and he's one of the winners of the Writers and Illustrators of the Future competition. Well, that's pretty cool. Dr. Charles Garfield is a big yellow cat. He doesn't hear me. Don't worry, Brandon.
No, he's okay.
He's a psychologist. He understands.
That's right.
He understands.
He analyzes, then he understands.
Exactly.
And then he charges you for that. Right?
Yes, a lot.
Life's Last Gift is his book. It's about giving and receiving. Giving and
Peace.
receiving peace when a loved one is dying.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. We have to end with a serious note. And then Fun with Joe. We'll pick it up. I have one-word movie titles on Fun with Joe.
Nice.
I'll tell you the actor who starred in it, or actress, the year it came out, and then all you know is that the title had one word.
I think Dr. Maier wants one of those right now.
Which one?
No. Give us a.
Oh, you want a
question.
sample? All right.
A
no sample.
question.
We should do that with 80s music.
She does.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yes.
All right.
That'll be next time we're on.
Okay,
1976,
80s. Like
Sylvester-
Wham. Okay.
1976, Sylvester Stallone.
Rocky.
Why'd you say it like that? Well, that's
Well,
not so
that's an
obvious.
easy one.
I honestly thought of that before you even said it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, Rocky was going to be one of them.
Yeah.
This might be an easy game then later on.
So
We'll
next
see.
month will be 80s music. 80s music trivia. Okay.
Is that next month? You mean when you come in? You want to do a trivia
yeah,
game?
when we come-
You should
Yeah.
come in and just do a trivia game one day. That'd be fun.
Okay.
We both love 80s music.
Oh.
So that's our genre.
Okay.
We have to drive to events. We rival each other with that.
Yeah, give me an example. Is that like let's see. Let me think. Who was that? I can't think of one band. The Michael Jackson would be one, right? Michael Jackson? No.
Well,
Look.
okay, here's an example.
No?
At our at the safe trick or treat that we did, the Halloween trick or treat
Right,
that we did,
right,
we
right.
had over 800 children attend.
Wow.
That
Right,
was awesome.
right.
One of our the secondary curriculum folks, their theme was Peter Pan. So we had one of our program specialists dressed up like Tiger Lily.
Oh,
So I
nice.
said to her, "What 80s music genius whose daughter was named Tiger Lily? Who was that?" Yes.
Oh,
Well, God bless her. She's young enough to be my daughter. She didn't know. She had to go Google.
What
80s music
80s music
80s
genius.
music
genius.
Whose daughter's named
Genius.
Tiger Lily.
Tiger Lily.
His daughter's name was Tiger Lily.
Frank Zappa?
Is it a man or woman?
That's who I thought.
No, man.
Yeah.
Frank Zappa in the 80s?
Well,
Tiger Lily.
I listened to him.
Oh, I
Tiger
got
Lily,
you.
the name
Moon,
of the
Tiger
Moon
daughter.
Unit.
And
Yeah,
his
Frank Zappa.
yes, and the baby's mom, her
Was that Barbara
the baby's
Hershey?
mom's ex-husband was also a musical genius and did a revolutionary song. Yes, in 80.
I give up. Who was it? Oh, Robert's still
I'll
guessing.
tell you after the break.
Yeah.
Don't tell me after the break.
I love that.
It is
It's Michael
cliffhanger season.
Hutchins from NXS. His daughter,
Who?
with Michael Hutchins from
Okay.
NXS. His
See,
yes, Paulie Yates.
This shows how
Their
there's a
daughter was
difference in
Tiger
our
Lily.
ages.
Paula Yates
Yes.
was oh, okay.
Yes,
I was-
and her ex-husband was Bob Geldof.
Okay,
From
Bob
Tom
Geldof. I
Hanks,
know
you
Bob
know?
Geldof. Yeah.
Oh.
Do they know it's Christmas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
It's like Days of Our Lives. Yes, it's all big.
This is great. The 80s show.
Do you know, we were
Kevin
talking about
and
the other
Heidi.
day how our allegiance or our loyalty to bands is not as musical people. Are you a musical person basically or a sports person? Or can you be both? Can you be both?
Right.
I'm not both. I'm just a music person. Are you both?
I always say it takes two kinds of people for music: those who make it and those who listen to it, because one doesn't exist without the
Well,
other.
okay.
So I
But I
think,
do both. I listen and
Yeah,
make.
yeah. I'm not talented with sports, but music, sure. I appreciate sports.
And Heidi, are you a sports lady? I mean, do you love going to the games and go rah-rah and all that?
Uh-huh.
Should
Football
you,
mom.
Should you have a team? Like, see, this is my point. That we as music people, our loyalties don't follow them. You know what I mean? Like, they die. They go away. But sports teams stay around. Like, there's always going to be Gators. There's always going to be Dolphins. You know what I mean?
Tell the Rolling Stones that.
They're going to die one day.
But their music
Silence.
will live on.
Mick Jagger just started dating a 20-year-old.
22-year-old.
He's ready to die.
Yeah.
You should just watch.
He's gonna.
She's got her compass saying, got some money soon.
Prenup.
Oh, God.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Do you know who his ex-wife is and who she recently married?
All I know is Bianca Jagger.
Jagger.
I don't
No,
even
that was
know.
the first one.
I-
The second
yeah.
one,
I don't know any of the
Jerry
rest
Hall.
of them.
Do you know who
Oh,
she just...
that's
Oh, I know
right.
Jerry
Yeah.
Hall. Big, tall lady.
Yeah, the blonde.
Yeah,
who she
yeah.
just recently married like a year or so ago.
Really?
Rupert Murdoch.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
What is wrong with ladies? Why do you go
Wow.
for these old guys? Well, it's good news for me, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'll just get another cat.
Okay, we better move right along.
Oh, that's right.
Kevin.
You represent schools. That's all right. We're gonna have fun. All right. So we have some serious stuff we're gonna talk about. First of all, I want you as listeners to know that we're not neglecting some of the important news stories. This story about the shooting in Texas was horrible. I don't know what to say though anymore. These news items come out, and I know we have to do a show. And my approach is to try to be as the opposite of a downer as possible. I don't know that I want to be funny. I don't want to be a downer. But how do you do this show when you have that story to open with, you know?
Those situations are bigger than any of us, bigger than any show, bigger than any institution. And we acknowledge it, we deal with it. I don't think we move on.
Mm-hmm. And
because
you're
it's
right.
always
I
part
think
of
so,
us.
you're right, yeah.
But we move forward.
And you know what they always say? They always say, we don't have enough information yet to really comment. And
then don't.
And then we go on and on and on.
Yeah.
And we never, we don't comment on the shooting in Orlando. It's been enough time now. We should have enough information. So I don't understand the whole world.
It's a very sad.
The whole
sad
world.
place.
You know what? It is my faith in God, not to be too religious or serious or whatever, but that is really what gets me through everything.
Reality is reality. Yeah.
That's what gets me through everything. There was
Absolutely.
I know you're more of a Bible guy than me. I mean, I just can't quote it. What was the thing we did yesterday? We flipped a coin.
Yeah, we flipped a
And
coin.
I said, God determines the flip of a coin. And I said, I think it's in the Bible. And I got my phone. And I said to this thing, I said, Siri, where in the Bible does it say God determines the flip of a coin? And she said, wait, where is she?
Okay, I found this on the web for where in the Bible does it say God determines the flip of a coin.
Right. And she found something on Psalms?
Proverbs.
Proverbs, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Wow. Except it's somebody's translation. If you actually read the King James, it's hard to understand that means flip a coin. Mm-hmm. Did you know that, Kevin?
I have never heard that, but the Bible talks about gambling, and flipping coins can be gambling.
Yeah.
And I think you have to balance everything, like what
Absolutely.
you do, Kevin, with all the public service announcements. You give us the fun things, the joyful things, but you also put out the serious things. And Dr. Maier, you're the same way. You have to have the balance, the fun with the serious to keep it all in perspective.
Balance is what gets us through life.
So we're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back. But I wanted to say something, Doctor. The fact that you are at so many events, and the fact that you share it on social media, really kind of is very, very good for the rest of us. It really is. Even though, like, for example, you were walking through the teachers all dressed for Halloween thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, that really showed unity. That really showed camaraderie. I mean, it was wonderful. Just a beautiful thing.
Well, we have awesome people doing great things for kids every day, and it's great to be able to showcase that. We've got great people at Marion County Public Schools.
When you hold the camera like up over your head, though, you look so short. When you do this,
I am short.
You look so tiny.
I'm short. But I'm proud
You should
of it.
pose with me, then you won't look so small.
Okay, will do.
And it would be Heidi and the Giant.
That's right, exactly.
All right, we've got some computer issues. See this beautiful screen here? That shows you that something's not working to my left.
Yeah.
So let me get things cranked up here, and then we'll be right back, and then we'll get down to business. We've got a few things that are on the talking points that you gave us. Veterans Day,
Yes.
textbooks, survey, the Safe Halloween. You kind of touched on that a little bit, but let's do it again. And then the community conversations, which is, I can't wait to hear about that. All right, let's see. Do I have music right here, Robin?
I hope so.
What do I call it? I call it, see, everything's in alphabetical order now.
Yeah.
Kevin can sing an 80s song.
There you go.
Or should I do the best?
Too much time on my hands. That might be late 70s. Sticks.
It's okay.
That was nice, though. You got a good voice. All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Monday, some fog to start, otherwise times of clouds and sun with a passing shower. The afternoon high between 81 and 85, then patchy clouds Monday night, lows ranging from about 60 inland to near 70 along the coast. A nice day for Tuesday with a mix of clouds and sun, high 80 to 84. And for Wednesday, partly sunny, nice and warm, high 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The search continues for a motive into the church shooting in Texas, which killed 26 people, injured 20 more. Police say the gunman who died shortly after the attack was a former U.S. Air Force airman.
26-year-old Devin Patrick Kelly. Authorities say Kelly was in a ballistic vest when he arrived at a Valero gas station near the First Baptist Church around 11:20 a.m. Officials said he began firing a Ruger AR assault-type rifle. Kelly then entered the church.
Fox's Todd Pyro in Sutherland Springs, Texas. The president ordering all U.S. flags flown at half staff, saying we have a lot of mental health issues.
This isn't a guns situation. I mean, we could go into it, but it's a little bit soon to go into it.
At a joint press conference in Japan with its prime minister right now, the leaders are at a state dinner. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how. Making your budget last longer than it should is an accomplishment, but making motor oil last longer than it should? Dangerous. Lucky for you, Pennzoil Full Synthetic is only $4.99 a quart. Its long-lasting formula and low price can help your engine and your wallet go farther. Pennzoil Full Synthetic for $4.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/17.
Hey girl, have you done something new with your scales? Using new moisturizer? Nice. It really brings out the hazel in your eyes. Oh, hold on. Are you using whitening strips too? Your fangs look good, girl. Really good.
A really charming snake charmer? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Wait, what? Have you been doing Pilates too?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Here is your 30-second news brief. As Florida enters its final week of a huge Hurricane Irma food relief program, the price tag has climbed to more than $1.3 billion. One person was killed overnight during a shooting at a nightclub in Kissimmee. State Senator Jack Latvala believes he was followed and photographed by a private investigator as part of a revenge campaign. And a Brazilian woman made history yesterday at the Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon, becoming the first woman to win a major half marathon. And that is your news brief from The Source. Veterans Day in the U.S. is also known as Armistice Day in other parts of the world, and it honors the many military who have fought for freedom. It is also the anniversary of the signing of the armistice that ended World War I. Major hostilities formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. The folks at the Voice of South Marion join you in remembering military past and present.
This thing on? Hello. Hey, this is Nunzio, and I want to invite you to the Ocala Civic Theater to see me and Frank and Emma and Aida and, oh yeah, our grandson Nicky in a play called Over the River and Through the Woods. It's a comedy, very heartwarming. It's about your favorite grandparents, us. We're on stage through November 12th. Get your tickets when you call 352-236-2274 or get them on the internet thing, at OcalaCivicTheater.com. Grazie.
All right, 27 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know if it's foggy out there anymore or not. It looks like a nice Monday morning to me. It is Monday, November 6th. Can you believe that already? 2017. We are, 2 weeks from Thanksgiving, Robert?
Yep.
2 weeks and 2 days?
This Thursday. Yep, this Thursday will be 2 weeks.
Your Christmas tree up yet?
No.
Not yet, right. The
This
day after
weekend.
Thanksgiving. This weekend
Mine
you
will
put
go up
yours up?
this weekend.
Yes, Santa Claus is in the mall already.
Yeah, he came on
Can
Friday.
you believe that?
He's in there. I know.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, Dr. Heidi Maier is in the studio with Kevin Christian from Marion County Public Schools. Good morning again.
Good morning.
Morning.
Make sure I got you on the picture here. Now we have to turn off the silly and turn on the somewhat serious, pseudo serious. And Kevin, before we do anything else, you're going to be, I think I did this off the air, but not on the air. You're going to be, once again, hosting the Christmas parade?
Absolutely. I don't even know what year this is. You know, it increases obviously one number each year, but yeah, the second Saturday in December is the Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. We will air it live on the Marion Education Channel and also on our YouTube channel. So
it is such an established thing in Ocala that the lights, the staging area are there 365 days a year, right?
The lights and the staging area are there, and people start lining up about a week and a half ahead of time now.
Right?
It's insane.
Yeah, and your area, we need to name that area, because you know in New York where Macy's, where they show the parade, it's called Herald Square.
Yes.
We need to call that something.
It's the Ocala Shopping Center. That area.
Yeah, but I mean the street. The street is where the parade is. It's got to be like Kevin Christian Square or something.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you're the guy.
You are. You always have been.
It's a lot of fun, with thousands of people, 60,000 people on the boulevard, and then you've got 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people involved in the parade itself. It's just a boatload of fun.
Yeah,
it really is.
A boatload of fun.
And it's at night.
In it again.
What's that?
Are you?
Yes, myself, the deputies, school board, yes.
Are you on a float or in the car?
Yes, Environmental Express is sponsoring that. We're very excited.
What do you mean? What are you going to be on?
Well, they made a nice
You're on a float?
thing, yes. Float thing.
Are you going to wear like a big skirt or something? Like one of those bells or something?
No, it's too cold.
And stand up there like...
out of Charles Dickens with that nice hat and the fur and the beautiful dress. Oh, you look gorgeous in that. The Ocala Civic Theater would be able to outfit you.
Standing on a mountain of snow, just...
That'd be great.
Or something Disney.
Yes.
Oh, Disney.
Oh, there you go.
Like?
Belle's Christmas. Like the Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that is
Christmas.
That's you look gorgeous in that too. That's a good color for you.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Sorry, we still we're just not in the mood to be serious, are we? Well, anyway, good morning again. So let's see, we wanted to talk about Veterans Day. What's coming up this Friday?
We have a huge event this Friday at the Marion County Veterans Park. It is the official Veterans Day ceremony for Marion County, and I believe this is the 11th year in a row, the public school system will put that ceremony on for our community. It is student-led, student-driven. I have the privilege of hosting it, if you will, or emceeing and moving things along, but it is a wonderful event. You hear some great musical performances, hear some really inspiring student-written essays, and you'll see all of our ROTC units on display. Just really, usually 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in the park for that event.
Wow.
It's huge.
It's very emotional, too.
It is. It's a very emotional time.
And it's important to note, too, that the veterans have asked us to keep the kids in school that day.
Yes,
so
I
we can
remember
have the
that.
ceremony.
I remember
yes,
this goes
that's
back a
huge,
few years.
Because
yes.
some people are concerned why we're not off on that day to honor it. Well, we're honoring it by being in school and having the ceremony.
Right, right. I love that.
I always like to say we're honoring it in the most active way we can.
Yes, because you're teaching why it's important to honor people and honor veterans especially, right?
And we bus in thousands of students to participate and to watch and to be part of all of that event.
I love those guys. I mean, we have the greatest Veterans Park I think I've ever seen.
Really is nice.
I mean, it really sets the pace for the rest of the country, you know. I know there was politics behind it, but there's always politics behind anything that costs money. But the best idea prevailed, and that's what we have. So, yeah. By the way, I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Years ago, when we first started this show, so it's been about 15 years now, I had an idea for Veterans Day. I offered, because I do portraits, you know I do portraits? Did you know I do that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I offered to do a portrait, to send in the description of a veteran you'd like a portrait of, and I will pick one at random and do one. And so I picked one at random, and I did one. And then somebody sent in another picture and another description of somebody, and I did the portrait. Do you know who that is? It's in one of the schools. The
hanging
portrait,
up in the foyer.
Hammond Bowen. Did you know I did that portrait?
I didn't know that.
Until right now, but it just
I did not know that.
So when you walk into the school, to the
Yes.
left, you see the portrait.
Right there on the wall.
That's the one I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're right the one you're
oh
talking
my
about.
gosh, can I tell you a little bit of that story, but without taking way too much of your time? So I did the portrait, and the one that actually won was a lady named Mrs. Tucker, right?
Yes, yeah.
And she,
Ann
oh my
Tucker's
gosh,
husband.
she was just crying and just beautiful, beautiful lady. And so then I did this one for Hammer Bone because I found out that he threw himself on a hand grenade and saved some people's lives, and so I did this portrait. And Mr. Bone was still alive at the time.
Yes.
And Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets had this event over at Forest High School, which is now the
MTI.
Thank you. And invited him in. He didn't know he was going to get this portrait, and gave it to him. And of course, everybody was crying because oh my gosh, he lost a son in the war. Even though it was, so many years ago, it's like yesterday, it's your son. When he died, he donated that to the schools, right? No, he hadn't died yet. No, he donated it when the school opened up.
The school was built and dedicated.
Yes. He donated. And then, oh my gosh, was it Sue Mosley, I think, was on the school board at the time. And I think she was the one who made the big announcement. So.
Yeah, that was a huge event, too. I remember that day.
Oh,
It was hot.
Yeah, Maury Dean was there, and it was amazing.
It was a huge event.
Yeah. All right, so you're doing Veterans Day?
We love our veterans, yes.
All right.
Yes, we do.
The textbook thing made the news, right? People were going to come in and vote. Did that happen yet?
Well, we have a committee. The committee will make the final vote, the committee that was appointed by myself and the school board members. But this Wednesday, the 8th, is the community night where anybody can come in and take a look at the textbooks and write out comment cards, which will be given to the voting committee.
What are they looking for? What are the people who are looking at the books looking for?
You mean on the committee that was put together to review them?
Yes, yeah. Whoever's looking at them, are they looking at American history? Are they looking at math? What are they looking
17
at?
different textbooks, and it's science, it's history, it's elementary language arts, which we know we have a deficit in, so it's huge. And not only is that committee looking at it with alignment to the Florida standards, but also with that community values put into it, because that's the whole purpose of this. So they will make the final vote at the end of the month, and on this night coming up Wednesday, whenever anybody comes in, there'll be comment cards ready. They can make comment cards, and those comments will be given right to the voting members for their consideration.
And it's important to note that those committees have not yet determined which books. So the comments that are offered by the public will certainly have an impact.
And this is significant even on a national scale, isn't it? Because we don't usually have the public having this kind of input, right?
We are the first school district in Florida to adopt our own textbooks. Typically, districts use a list of approved books from the Department of Education in Tallahassee.
Right.
But state statute allows us to choose our own, so we're using that.
Is the history a large part of that? Because sometimes people say history has been lost in the schools.
Correct. It is. So.
The analogy you used, I think, was about the Holocaust.
Oh, correct. You can say that a textbook is aligned to the standards, and there is a standard in high school to teach the Holocaust. Well, one textbook that I looked at that said it was aligned to the Florida standards had about, a paragraph on the Holocaust in it. So do we want that for our students, or do we want more in-depth information, chapters and chapters on this tragedy? So we can align it this way or align it this way.
So if there's ever a Dr. Heidi Maier circle in Ocala, the statue that will be in the middle of that park will be you with some children around you, and you're reading a book to them. That's going to be the statue, okay? Because you're making such a contribution to us all, reminding us how important it is to read to children and to read, period,
yes.
right?
Oh, yes.
So I'm wondering, does that fit in with this? Does the reading program, you kind of hit on it real briefly, how do you judge that? I mean, it's a choice of reading books, right? You don't necessarily have to in other words, textbooks are not necessarily literature books, or am I wrong about that?
Correct. But we know that our the textbooks we're using for elementary to teach reading, very weak in that process. So we want to improve that process and give teachers more tools.
Well, see, and what I love about what you're saying there is that if for some reason we have a textbook that teaches one paragraph of the Holocaust, we can always have a whole book that we can say, hey, why don't we read this book? Because this book kind of tells you what that paragraph leaves out.
Night by Elie Wiesel.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Night by Elie Wiesel.
Oh, okay.
It's a standard.
Let's see. I have my talking points here. What time is it?
We got time. We're set.
Is that the same thing as the new parent survey? Is that something different?
No, that's actually something entirely different. Each year, we're required by the state and the federal government to survey our parents on how we are doing in terms of sharing information with them, listening to their concerns, offering feedback, those kinds of things. And this year's survey is 9 questions.
What are
That's
they?
it.
Can you ask me what
That's
they
it.
are? Can you survey me?
Well, I think there's a question on there, something like, my child's school regularly shares information with me to keep me updated. You can strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. It's that kind of a survey.
And that keeps the parents on their toes, because I know my children are 38 and 40, and they graduated from Marion County Public Schools, high honors. And there were some parents in there that toward the end of their senior year, their child wasn't able to graduate because they didn't have enough credits and their grades were down. And then the parents were blaming the schools.
Yes.
And I thought, no, it's the other way around. So by doing this, you might be, forcing those kind of parents to become more involved in the children.
You can never force a parent to become involved. You want a parent, and you invite a parent to be part of the process, because then they have an active interest in it. None of us like to be forced to do something.
Right.
When we're invited and made to feel part of the process, then we're invested in it, and we feel like that's something that we want to be part of. And that's what this survey really does. For the first time, parents can complete it on a mobile device. The survey used to be over 100 questions.
Wow.
Now, nobody does a survey with 100 plus
That's
questions.
true, yeah.
Nobody,
Yeah.
So to have 9 questions and it can be completed on a mobile device, it's a SurveyMonkey survey. So if you're familiar with that.
I know Monkey Survey, yes. I did one myself once. I was asking people what they thought of pecan pie. It wasn't
love
what they
that
thought of it.
survey.
How do you pronounce it? I would say, is it pecan or pecan? Yeah, pecan.
Yes.
Pecan won, by the way. So did ramen noodles. Yeah, it's not ramen.
Yeah, because parental involvement is so necessary, and
It's required.
And the parents that are involved with the students, it's really nice to know that you're giving extra all the time to get the other parents.
It boils down to this. If you want your child to succeed, you have to be involved in their school career.
Do you know what's interesting, though, is that you could have a mother and father both take that survey and have different responses.
Absolutely.
And just not to be stereotyping men and women in their roles as parents, but sometimes mom is paying more attention to what's going on in the school than dad. You could switch.
Sometimes.
Yes, I knew she was going to do that. So
I know great dads.
But you know what I mean. And I went on a field trip one time. I was the only dad on the bus.
Yeah, you're a great dad.
Yes, and I got the trouble kids too. The mom said to me, "You're going to have these 2 boys." Did I ever tell you the story?
No.
We went to where was it? Cypress
Gardens.
Yeah.
Cypress Gardens. And I had my son and 2 boys, and these 2 boys was something else. and there was a guy at the front of the stage, and he had this hawk or some kind of a bird, and the bird was going to fly to the back of the auditorium, get something, and then bring it back to him on the stage. Right. As the bird is flying over, one of the boys stands on the chair and tries to grab it. And I said, "Get off the chair!" Now I know why I have you.
That's full of life. He's full of life.
Exactly. You are
Initiative, internal motivation.
If you had grabbed that bird, what would you have done with that bird? All right, can you, Doctor, can you put your headset on? You have a phone call.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Can you hear me, first of all?
Good morning, Dr. Maier.
Wait, hold on. She can't hear us yet.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. Now she can hear. Okay. Good morning. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning, Dr. Maier. This is Jim Penna. I showed you two books about the United States Constitution. Are they under consideration for the school district? And I'll hang up.
Could we repeat that?
Did you hang up already?
He said he had 2 books that he gave you. I didn't catch his name.
On the Constitution.
On the Constitution, and he wondered if those are part of the ones being considered.
They're not, and because this went out for a bid process, so to be part of the process, we mirrored the state contract, so you had to go through the process of submitting and all that paperwork.
But was there an issue with the books not teaching the Constitution? Is that?
I think, well, if this is the gentleman that I remember, he and I had a great conversation about this, and the fidelity of what we were teaching with the Constitution was not to his standard, nor I believe mine either at the time. So we are looking at textbooks that go much more in depth and go to the fidelity of the Constitution.
You know, it is an interesting topic because when anybody gets sworn into office, they always swear to uphold the Constitution.
Correct.
So it'd be nice to know what we're supposed to know about that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for the call. By the way, we do have the phone lines open. You're welcome to call 622-9622. Let me take the break. I'm trying to figure out the clock here. So let's take a little break, and we'll be right back. If you call right now, don't worry. You'll be on hold for about 2 minutes, and here's the break music. We'll be right back.
We all know the name Verizon, but we may not know all the services provided. Be sure and listen Wednesday the 8th at 9:50 a.m. when Martin Burville, Senior Vice President and Group President of Verizon Business Markets, will be our guest. Martin will be identifying risks and rewards this shopping season. You'll hear some ideas to help small businesses and consumers. Again, that'll be November 8th at 9:50 a.m. More news to use from WOCA The Source. Veterans Day in the U.S. is also known as Armistice Day in other parts of the world, and it honors the many military who have fought for freedom. It is also the anniversary of the signing of the armistice that ended World War I. Major hostilities formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. The folks at the Voice of South Marion join you in remembering military past and present. If you find an animal or a bird that needs help, call Animus Foundation at 352-843-6379. They will come and get the animal if you can't take it to them. High school students and those with court-ordered community service can earn required hours in this rewarding environment. And veterans who share a bond with animals and parents who have been through mental or physical trauma are especially welcomed. Families, clubs, and tourists can arrange for tours of Animus without driving for hours or miles. Consider volunteering. Animus needs you.
You know how frogs are so hoppy? It's because they don't smoke or have COPD, otherwise they would be flip-floppy. If you want to quit smoking to prevent yourself from croaking, come to A Better You for a good acupuncture poking. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, with A Better You Healthcare to stop smoking today at 352-615-5566. 352-615-5566.
The weather is brought to you by MyFWC.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Monday, some fog to start, otherwise times of clouds and sun with a passing shower. The afternoon high between 81 and 85, then patchy clouds Monday night, lows ranging from about 60 inland to near 70 along the coast. A nice day for Tuesday with a mix of clouds and sun, high 80 to 84. And for Wednesday, partly sunny, nice and warm, high 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
All right, thank you, Joe. Let me give you a quick, Heat gave you the weather forecast. I just want to tell you right now, 66 degrees. It says there's still foggy out there somewhere, so be careful if you're driving. Boy, the other night it was foggy. I was driving, or the other morning before it became daylight. And I'm telling you, everybody's going 40 in the 50 zone, except for one guy. He must have been going 70. How can you drive 70?
Just let them by.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So, anyway.
Let them by.
So, before we get back to the serious stuff, Thanksgiving is 2 weeks from Thursday.
Yes.
Right?
Yay.
Where did you grow up, Kevin?
I grew up in Ohio and West Virginia.
And Dr. Maier?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
It's the same area.
It's kind of the
nice.
same. Wisconsin and New York. So,
Yeah.
But there was an article saying that if you were to pick out the must-have foods for the Thanksgiving table, somebody who knows foods could tell you where you grew up. And I was thinking, I wonder if that's true for me, because I've lived here so long. I probably have adapted some of the local, like okra. I don't remember okra up north, right?
No.
Fried okra?
No.
That's good, isn't it?
It is.
But it doesn't show up at Thanksgiving.
No.
How about those string beans with the crunchy onions on it?
No. Not up north.
In New York, they were. We had
You
that in
cook
New
the
York.
heck out of those beans and throw some bacon grease in and make
Oh,
them
yeah,
taste
brown
good.
sugar. Yeah, really good stuff.
Oh, see, is that what you do?
Yeah,
From Wisconsin or from here?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we don't put brown sugar in the green beans.
No beer?
Brown sugar is for the sweet potatoes.
Do you have beer on the table?
Oh, okay.
Yes. No.
No beer on the Thanksgiving table, Robin?
No.
No beer.
Well, sometimes. Depends who's over.
That
Yeah.
comes after the football game.
Okay,
Who's
cider.
over.
Hot or cold cider?
Hot.
Hot.
Wow! I'm the only cold one in here. I love cold cider. Really? All right.
Hot cocoa.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another one. Do you say hot cocoa or hot chocolate?
Yes.
Both? You say both?
Yes.
See, I say cocoa. But some people say chocolate. Chocolate just sounds better, hot chocolate.
With or without marshmallows?
For me, I like both, but usually without.
Oh, no, gotta have it with.
I like them with.
Yeah?
Frothier the better.
Yeah, me too.
Whipped cream.
Or whipped cream.
Nice.
Yeah. We're talking about the important stuff here, right?
Yeah.
These are the important things. So wasn't the next topic Halloween? So that kind of fits in with that, right?
Oh my
We had a
God.
great Halloween this year. Yes, we had a first ever superintendent's Safe Halloween scene, which was held at MTI, which is actually where our District East office is. It's where the, shall I say, the academic focus folks are versus the operations side. And we had over 800 kids. I don't even know how many adults. We didn't count them, did we?
No.
Just 800 kids plus in costumes, just having a great time at a very family-friendly event.
Oh, how wonderful.
And our
How
staff
wonderful.
too. Oh my gosh, what a great time. they
I
had.
saw, now, this is all staff members. I saw Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs,
Peter Pan.
and I saw Peter Pan, and that whole clan of, that whole group.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, my
I think I saw
gosh.
some of them too, didn't I? In your
Yes,
video?
they're all
Yeah,
district
yeah,
people
yeah.
who dressed up. It was a lot of fun.
Grumpy was funny. Yeah, who was that? Who did Grumpy? He had his
don't
face
remember.
all scrunched together like he was really
I
grumpy.
don't remember.
He probably isn't a grumpy guy at all. though.
Curriculum and instruction folks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you are past an event like that and you move on to the next thing, obviously we're past Halloween now. So do we have something else? Like is that
Yes.
is that what?
There's always something brewing before that next event is over.
Yeah.
Yes. So, we have two big things. One is really kind of a by invitation only type thing, but it's to thank those people in our school district family, over 550 employees who worked shelter duty and worked tech services to make sure those shelters were up and running during Hurricane Irma.
Really?
And we're going to recognize them next week. And then after that, of course, we have the Christmas parade you've already mentioned, and we have Community Conversations coming up. Community Conversations 2 coming up starting in January, and that's where Dr. Maier and Dr. Grantham and Dr. Ham and some of the district leaders, if you will, kind of hit the road in a meet and greet type situation where the community can just ask them questions. It's very informal, and usually, some areas have larger attendance than other areas, but we did this past January and really had great results. People just appreciating the openness and the open dialogue and communication,
right.
and that's what we'll do again.
Can you talk a little bit about the TV channel? Because it seems like you guys are really filling the gap where, like the NPR TV channel out of the university, they drop some like local programming like you guys are carrying now.
We are really trying to do more local programming, and that's why in the last 2 to 3 years, we record and share via broadcast on the Marion Education Channel and our YouTube channel things like the Marion County All-County Choir, the High School Concert Band Festival, the Charlie Dixon Music Festival, which is all the elementary schools, those types of things that really showcase what our schools are capable of doing and do on a regular basis. We just happen to be able to share that with the community at large by recording it and putting it on those channels, if you will.
And I think, first of all, the quality of it, because of
It's high
technology,
definition.
it's unbelievable.
Now, we don't broadcast on the Marion Education Channel. We don't broadcast in high definition, but on the YouTube channel, it is high definition.
Everything is so nice looking now. It sounds good, right? Yeah.
And what's really nice about that is that if students weren't in those activities that you broadcast, like band, and they see an event like this, then they might get interested, and that might be something they want to do.
Well, plus our community approved the referendum dollars for art, music, PE, and library media services and some other things. So it's another opportunity for us to showcase their tax dollars at work. I don't like to say that phrase, but in reality, that's what it is. You want to know that what you're paying money for is actually happening and making a difference. And all you have to do is come to any of those events, Charlie Dixon Music Festival especially. That's 3,000 parents and students at First Baptist, and it's a fun night.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It really is.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, always love having you guys in here. You make the morning fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doctor, you want to have any parting words? So we'll see you in a month. It'll be then really close to the Christmas parade.
We'll have Christmas lights here, right?
I'm sure
Oh, yes.
we will.
Oh, yeah. We just took down the Halloween lights.
And decorate the apple tree
Yeah.
for Christmas. Like a Charlie Brown
Put a little
tree.
Charlie Brown thing.
And what's great about both of you, Kevin and Dr. Maier, is that you make yourselves accessible to the parents. They go to their schools and the guidance counselors, but they can also feel free to come to you both
Absolutely.
anytime.
Absolutely. Yep.
Whoa, there it is. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Happy
Maier.
Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A candlelight vigil last night as a South Texas community tries to cope with the church massacre, which left 26 people dead, another 20 injured.
Investigators are feverishly trying to figure out exactly why this happened. Authorities say 26-year-old Devin Patrick Kelly was dressed in black tactical gear, wearing a ballistic vest when he arrived at a Valero gas station near the First Baptist Church. According to the military, Kelly, who was believed to live outside of San Antonio, was in the Air Force until 2014, but he was court-martialed in 2012 for assaulting his wife and child.
Fox's Todd Pyro in Sutherland Springs, Texas. President Trump speaking from Japan, his first stop on his Asia tour, blaming mental health